John Benton, and I was an aviation electronic technician first class. And so I stayed as a reservist for a couple of months, and then I went back full-time active duty in March of '78. And then I stayed active until 1995, but I spent 8 years, always aviation electronics on the ground, but I did other jobs too. I did aircrew training, I did on the P3s, I did the crypto, the ComSec, but I flew C-118s for 8 years, and they were great because we went places no other military aircraft went. All over the United States. We go to airfields that no military aircraft would go to, and we picked people up, or cargo. My last trip in a 118 was we went to Pensacola, and apparently somewhere around Pensacola there's a farm or something where they raise rhesus monkeys. So we picked up, I think we had 8 or 9 crates they had dividers in them, so there was one on each side of each crate. So we had like 18 rhesus monkeys and 2 Army veterinarians, ladies, and we flew into Washington, D.C., taxied over to the Andrews Air Force Base, and unloaded them. And I can make a joke about this, but you probably want to edit it out, how some of them are probably still in Congress. But that was the end of 1984. We went all over in 118s, and we went to Brazil and South America, flew transatlantic from Recife, Brazil to Dakar, Senegal, on the west coast of Africa, and then we spent a month over there going as far south as Zaire, and which is Congo now. And then total of 9 countries over there over a month, and then we flew back to Brazil, and then from Brazil we flew to Rosie Roads in Puerto Rico, and we had the whole time we were gone like 2 months, I think, on that, and that was the last leg, because this thing ran 6 months, and I got to do the last 2 months of it. We had the Admiral, was the commander of the South Atlantic Fleet. What was his first name? Last name was Taylor. But he and his wife lived in a house out on the point at Roosevelt Roads. So we got back to Rosie, and we had the Navy band out of the show band, went everywhere with us, and that was the job. It was a wave the flag kind of thing where you flew different parts of Brazil, and then we went to Africa, did the same thing, and not that I had to, but the Admiral would go make official visits with all the embassies, and the band would play for the public in town squares and that kind of thing, and that's what we were doing. So we got back to Rosie Roads. That was Thanksgiving. We spent Thanksgiving in 1984 there, and the Admiral had us all out at his house for dinner. And I say all of us because there was about 33 of us, and had us all out there. And then the next day we flew the Navy band back to Norfolk, and then went back to Atlanta, and